for those that don't know, unlike the West and India, where traditionally the woman's family has to provide a dowry so a man would marry their daughter. I don't know why it hasn't clicked the feminists, why that's an insulting thing. That's a guy has to be compensated for marrying you.
China figured it out. They could get money for it.
Yeah, you have to compensate the parents, for the loss of their daughter. She's no longer living with her parents. She's living with you and your family now. So that was a form of super back then. And it would be several years' worth of savings for the family. And it was a matter of family pride as to how much they were able to give. And so their families would go into debt for that. But then, so now it's translated not only the bride price, but also a house, a car, and a certain amount of gold. Now, a certain amount of gold is tradition, yes. The gold, and it's 24 karat gold. Like I say, gold represented money. It actually was money. Okay, and so like I say, the woman had to be given a certain amount of gold, and that becomes her personal asset. Because back then, women could not earn any money. Men earned money. So if something happened to her husband or he leaves her, what happens to her? She's in trouble. So that gold is to tie her over, to feed her and her kids. A last asset of last resort, so to speak.
Yep.
And it's made into jewelry so it can stay with her. Not because people say, oh, why would you have 24 karat as jewelry? It's so soft. You don't wear it. That's not the point.
No.
It's for salability.
It's superannuation.
Yeah, it's an asset of last resort. And it has to be 24 carats because back in the old days, they did not have the technology to try to determine how much of gold content was in there. You couldn't. The only thing they could do is heat it up to check for impurities. So it had to be pure gold.
Wow.
And that's the reason. And that's the reason now you still see Asians walking around with like solid gold chains and stuff. It's gone up to be a certain amount of habit. I would say tradition. Handling back from the old days.